I didn't really have any big issues that pregnant people usually complain about until the very end of my pregnancy, and I started dilating early, but I wasn't in labor. I'm a 15-year-old, originally 5'4", maybe 110-pound girl that's 200 pounds because she's carrying twins. And so my body couldn't handle the stress of the weight and everything that it was going through.
I was getting too big. The doctors didn't want, there to be any complications, so they decided to induce me.
I went to the doctor the day before Thanksgiving, and I was 4 centimeters dilated, and that's almost halfway through labor. But I wasn't even in labor, I was just really big. And so my doctor's like, I'm going out of town for the holidays. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I want to be there for the birth, so why don't you go home, take a nap, eat some food, come back to the hospital, and we'll have these babies. And I was like, oh, all right, I thought I was just coming to the doctor, and I guess we'll just go have these kids, that's fine.
I thought it was gonna be easy at first because the pains weren't as strong, but as time passed, I needed the epidural, and I got the epidural.
I had been there for 6 hours, and within that time frame, I was trying to calm Alicia down and have her walk and dilate and just talk her through it. And I found myself one time patting her on her head, and I was taking breaths like, like that, and it was like, hey, what am I doing? And I got so nervous that I had to leave the room.
It was terrifying and crazy instead of like this miracle of life and, that was beautiful. It was just kind of a blur, and I really wish that I could have really appreciated the whole situation.
Well, when the nurse comes in to talk about birth certificates, you're more concerned about, is this really the name that we're going to give our child? And how are we going to spell it? Like the small little arguments of, no, I don't like that spelling, or this is the way that it goes. So the last thing that you're thinking, you have no expectation of signing this major legal document that's saying, this is the mother and this is the father.
I never heard of establishing paternity. And so we got the paper, and I remember looking at it and reading it and saying, what is this? And I was like, okay, Corey, I think you're supposed to sign right here. And what? Okay, yeah, check that little circle right there. And okay, I'm gonna sign here, and then you sign there, and let's go home. And, but once we found out exactly what it was, we were like, wow. We didn't know that's what it did. We didn't know that, it established paternity for Linnea, and she has a legal father, and now we get all these benefits that come along with it.
I wanted my son to know who his dad was, and I wanted him to have rights also. I wanted him to take care of the baby. I didn't want to be by myself in that situation.